He said he thought that much of the Stormy Daniels stuff was a political hoax. Again, those were his words.
He's a network favorite.
The president told me he's perplexed by all of these reports. There's chaos at the White House or mass staff changes. He told me that he thinks the White House is operating like a smooth machine, his words.
And that's because Chris Ruddy, CEO of conservative powerhouse Newsmax, knows Donald Trump more than most and is often described as knowing what the president is thinking. The mainstream media love to come to you to pick your brain for all things Donald Trump. How do you balance that, not wanting to breach your trust with the president, but also wanting to be forthcoming?
Oftentimes, people say, well, what do you tell the press? Do you tell the president something different? And I say, what I say to the president usually is what I say publicly. He did say that he's expecting to make 1 or 2 major changes to his government very soon.
And they don't always agree. On health care, for instance, Ruddy says he let Trump know his thoughts on the Republican plan. And when it comes to Twitter,
the president likes Twitter. Everybody knows that. We see the tweets at 6 in the morning and midnight. He loves it, and the reason he loves it is he feels the media doesn't give him a fair shake, and this is his only way to connect with 50 million people instantly, or whatever the number is these days, keeps going up. And I think while he should have that right, and he should do that, I think there should be a review process for Twitter. He should have a couple of people look at it. I would never even think about putting something on Newsmax, which is a website I own. I can put anything I want up there without having an editor look at it. And I think the president would be better served if a couple of people weighed in on some, especially sensitive tweets about national security issues and things like that.
You have been friends with the president for many years. Tell us what he's like to be around.
He is a very charismatic guy, very outgoing guy. What you see on television when he's just very talkative and communicative with people, that is the type of person he is on the one-on-one or when you meet him privately.
Explain what he was like before he became president.
It's interesting. I don't think he's really changed. I think has been the same. It's just tell it like it is. He doesn't hold back on things. He's the type of guy that just likes to go out and do things. He's very bold. He was always that way.
Ruddy met Trump 20 years ago at Trump's Mar-a-Lago club in Palm Beach. And he's there front and center when the president visits on the weekends.
It's really been a very fantastic experience when you go there. It's an incredible group of people that are members, incredible service and staff, and you get a beautiful ocean portion of the club, and there's a lot of events, and it's almost like a boutique hotel as well. So it's a stunning place, and it's really the jewel of Palm Beach. Not only real estate and life, but society.
Also known as the Winter White House, it's a place Ruddy says Trump just enjoys.
He has been coming down here for many, many years, maybe almost 30 years. And on weekends in the winter, he loves the place. His family loves it. It's a great place for him to relax and meet friends. And I think he just wanted to continue that as president. I don't see it as that as unusual.
And it's a world away from Washington.
This has been a turbulent first year. The reason was you had a man that had never been in politics before. He didn't know many people in Washington. He had been very successful in private business, very successful in Hollywood. So this was new to him, and I think getting the right people around him takes a little time, and he's done that.
As for Newsmax and how he sees his role, how do you view your role as an influencer in terms of how the president is portrayed?
I think I just like to tell the truth. What Newsmax has always done so well is just tell the facts, get it out to the public, try to reduce the amount of spin. I think there's a problem with the networks. On one hand, you have Fox, which is sort of on the extreme on one end, where it doesn't sometimes give the nuances, and then you have MSNBC and CNN on the left side, and they're really over the top in their criticism of the president. And so what I want to do is show the real Donald Trump, where there are some things where he's not perfect. He's just a human like the rest of us.
And that's also his motivation for going on the different networks, whether it's White House departures, the Russia investigation, or the president's plans to seek re-election. Ruddy wants to cut through the noise and get down to telling the real story. Jenna Browder, CBN News.